Hello students, welcome back. Today we will discuss about human excretory system. The excretory system, as you all know, consists of organs which are meant for removing the metabolic wastes and toxins from your body. The wastes that are generated during the metabolic processes in your body builds up and are toxic in nature. Now those wastes, if not excreted out of your body, will cause toxicity in the entire system. In humans, this includes the removal of urea from the bloodstream and other wastes that are produced by our system. The removal of urea happens in the kidneys while solid wastes are expelled from the large intestine, which is more popularly known as fecal waste. Okay? The excretory system in humans consists of uh, the kidneys, a pair of kidney, the urinary bladder, and its associated organs. The kidneys filter urea and other waste products from the blood, which are then added to the urine within the bladder. Other organs, such as the liver, is also an important organ that helps in detoxification of our body. Okay. Other organs, such as liver, process the toxins but put their wastes back into the blood. So, it is up to the kidneys to filter the blood so that toxic substances do not build up in your body. They do not accumulate in the body. Now, look into the image over here. This is a very characteristic diagrammatic representation of our excretory system. It consists of two kidneys, the ureter, urinary bladder, and urethra. So these four basic components of our excretory system need mention. Fine. Now we'll look at the number. How many are there? Urinary system consists of a pair of kidneys. That means two kidneys, two bean-shaped organs, two ureter. What are that ureter doing? The ureters are connecting kidneys to the urinary bladder. Okay. Then you have one urinary bladder that collects the urine that is discharged. It's a bag or sac-like structure that collects the urine. Fine. And one urethra. Is that clear? Let's just briefly know what are the functions of our excretory system. It is crucial in maintaining internal hemostasis. Apart from detoxifying your body, it maintains the internal hemostasis. Okay. So let's quickly talk about the functional unit of kidney. Nephron is known as the functional unit of kidney. You have any idea how many nephrons are there in one kidney? There are approximately a lakh of nephrons in each of the kidneys. More than that, in fact, you have in each of your kidneys. All right. So 10 lakh nephrons in each human kidneys. Okay. Now let's see what are the various parts to a nephron. The nephron is basically divided into renal corpuscle and renal tubule. The renal corpuscle is further then divided into, see, look at these carefully. The renal corpuscle is further divided into glomerulus and Bowman's capsule. Okay. Then coming to renal tubule, the renal tubule is further divided into proximal convoluted tubule, loop of Henle, distal convoluted tubule, and collecting ducts or collecting tubes. Please remember, do not confuse it with the respective components. Renal corpuscle and renal tubule are different. Renal corpuscle has got two parts to it. One is that cup-shaped glomerulus. Uh, One is the glomerulus, the other is that Bowman's capsule. The second part is renal tubule. All tubular structures are included under this head. Okay, it consists of PCT, loop of Henle, DCT, and collecting ducts or collecting tubes. Fine. Now look at this diagram. This is the afferent arteriole. Afferent arteriole, what does it do? Afferent arteriole is bringing in the blood, fine, into the nephron. This mesh of capillary network is your glomerular capillaries or glomerulus. What is this cup-shaped structure known as? This cup-shaped structure is known as your Bowman's capsule. Okay. Next we'll come to efferent arteriole. Afferent arteriole is bringing in the blood into the system and efferent arteriole is taking out the blood. Please do not confuse. Afferent brings in, efferent goes out. Follow these arrows. The arrow gives you the direction of flow. All right? The filtrate flows in this direction. This one is PCT. PCT means what? Proximal convoluted tubule. Okay. Next, coming to this loop-like structure. This loop is known as Henle's loop or loop of Henle. The loop of Henle here opens into which structure? It is called DCT or distal convoluted tubule. Distal convoluted tubule is opening finally into the collecting duct or collecting tubes. Okay. Now, according to the structure of kidneys, we will have to know this PCT, DCT, etc., etc. Where are these falling? The kidney has two parts to it, right? The cortex and the medulla, right? Now, which part of the nephron is falling into which part? That is important. We will have to know that. PCT falls in the cortical region. Okay, try to imagine this. You will get the correct picture. PCT falls in the cortex region. Loop of Henle falls in the medullary region. DCT again falls in the cortex region. Collecting duct falls in both cortex as well as in the medullary region. Okay. Now let's see. We'll talk about the various functions of these parts. What type of absorption is occurring in these parts? These parts are all meant for separate absorption functions. Okay. The renal corpuscle will do the main filtration part. It will filter the blood over here. All right. So, what will it filter? It will filter the water, ions, and glucose. Next, coming to PCT or proximal convoluted tubule. Proximal convoluted tubule will do the reabsorption of water and ions and it will secrete urea. So it serves two functions. One is reabsorption and the other is secretion. Okay. reabsorption of water and ions, and secretion of urea. Then we'll come to loop of Henle. Loop of Henle has also got two functions, reabsorption as well as secretion. What is it reabsorbing? It is reabsorbing whatever water is left after the reabsorption performed by PCT. So it is reabsorbing water, sodium and potassium. What is it secreting? It is secreting urea. So PCT and loop of Henle both are secreting urea and performing reabsorption of water as well. Then we come to DCT. What is this DCT doing? DCT is reabsorbing water, sodium, chlorine and calcium. See, these can come for separate 1-mark questions, all right? So do not get confused with the topics and the names of the components that are reabsorbed or that are secreted. Okay, so reabsorption occurs in DCT also. So what is it reabsorbing? It is reabsorbing sodium, chlorine, calcium and water. Okay, so this is the diagrammatic representation of one single nephron, and these are its associated functions. So this is how we complete the brief functional aspects of nephron. Okay, this is how the nephron operates in our body. We'll talk about the detailed chemistry and function in the following lecture. If you have any doubts and confusion, please get back to me. Thank you.